Today I'm going to show you how I got started with embedded system programming. I do a Windows front-end UI to talk to a Arduino microcontroller to move a motor. To get started, you write some code for the Arduino. You open up the servo object, which is the motor that we're using. We open up the communication port 9600 for the serial port, and then we attach the servo to pin number 9, which is the yellow cable here, which is connected to our white cable on the servo motor, which is the communication cable. We then write to our servo motor 0 to set the initial starting position. For our infinite loop, we have our serial port, make sure it's available and that the communication from it's bigger than 0. We have a integer angle that we then take our serial input and parse it. We then make sure the angle is between 0 and 180 and write that to the servo motor to make it move. For the front end, we have a WPF application, just a small little app with a label telling someone what to enter into the text box. This text box is the angle that will move the motor, and then the button to move the motor. Over here, we import system.io.ports. This is so we can have a variable that is a serial port. We initialize the serial port variable and we set it to COM3, which you can check in your device manager to see what your Arduino is connected to. And we set to 9600, which is the serial port communication. We open up the communication right here. And then we're just waiting for anything. And then when the button's clicked, we will set the angle to 0. We will parse our text from our text box, and we will set it to our angle. Make sure it's between 0 and 180 here too. We just do a lot of checks. You don't need to do all of these, but it's good to make sure all your points work. And we will write that to the serial port. Otherwise, if it's not good, we'll throw up an error message. So here we can see, if we enter 20, it's going to move the motor a little bit. If we do 90, it's going to move the motor half. Or we can do a full rotation with 180. And that's it. I hope this helps you out getting started with embedded systems. This has helped me, and I use this every day at work, working with the manufacturing, working with different microcontrollers and chips, and moving motors and taking user input from buttons to turn lights on and other stuff. Thank you for watching.